welcome to another Poor Choices Sip and Chill. We are here to talk about the Womanosphere. The Womanosphere?
Oh no, I don't want to.
I don't know.
I know what this is.
There's a lot of things about women this week that have been posted that some are good, some are interesting, and some are just like really insanely crazy.
Oh, well, as most people are. It's fine.
Yes. But before we begin, Tugs, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Can you show the fine folks what you're drinking? Because she showed me. Well, my first thing was, I was like, are you drinking tonight? And she goes, yes. And she shows her cup, and I'm like, milk. Okay.
In honor of Revenge of the Sith and Star Wars weekend coming up, May the 4th and all that, it's a blue milk.
It's kind of hard to tell that it's blue because it's such a light blue color.
Yeah, it's really pretty. It's a really pretty blue, but yeah, it's a blue milk.
It looks delicious. And as someone who apparently is just not drinking between vacations and meetups and trips to the States, I kind of miss drinking because I would love to taste that. But hey, if I was in the States right now, I'd be like, give me a swig.
Right? It's good. It's a blue curacao, either heavy cream or half and half, depending on your dietary stuff, and a little bit of coconut syrup or whatever milk. I don't know. Oat milk might work. I would get maybe if you had a vanilla flavored one. Coconut milk would work. I've done it with coconut milk. If you don't have like coconut syrup or coconut cream or whatever, maybe if you had like a vanilla oat milk, it's also good with vanilla. That'd be good.
Yeah. I've done blue curacao like Christmas drinks. That's really, really, really good.
Yes.
Did Mark Carney ban drinking in Canada? No, I've decided to be healthier and drink only when I go on trips. So intoxication grouped by proximity to Canada or not. But as I said earlier, I am definitely gay because we were late. Staccato wanted me to drink and snap out of it. Maybe when I go to the States, y'all. When I go to the States. So before we begin, Cajun Corey with a $5 says, I accidentally sprayed deodorant in my mouth. Now when I talk, I have this weird axe scent.
Ew.
That was funny. I actually quite like that. Thank you. Thank you, Cajun Corey. Hokies member for 34 months says, where do fruits go on vacation? Paris. The dad jokes are just like really laying thick today. Thank you. So we can't pay to make you drink. I could be convinced. Staccato. Tell me reasons why I should drink.
Honestly,
we'll have a conversation.
I think at this point I need to start doing super chats for no drinks. You're doing better than me.
Well, right now I'm back on the kick with the health kick. I'm on my. This is not a place for me to plug, but doing the whole like metabolism thing with the lumen again, and I've lost since I got back home because I think I gained a little bit of weight when I went to Vegas. Big surprise because I drank a.
Well, the food here too, just naturally, it's
let's see.
Bad, so.
Let's see how much I've lost. Me. So I've lost from April 1st, 4 pounds. So it's not bad. So
that's better than me.
I'm trying. But yes. If you want Staccato,
I'm gonna say I've lost. Let's see.
I still have
about the same. I've lost about the same, which is so frustrating to me. Which I'm not upset about it necessarily, but I'm frustrated because it would have been more if I didn't get that accident and wasn't doing physical therapy for the last.
Boo, physical. I mean, you have a fracture.
2 months.
Sternum. So
it's like golly.
Yep. So Staccato, I will maybe do one if you. I have my espresso vodka here.
Ooh, is that good? I've never even heard of that.
Oh, it's so good. Here, I'll show you. Here. So this is stuff my brother got. It's depth charge. It's overflow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, it's here. Let me turn off my light. Oops. There. Depth charge.
The Wayward. Interesting. It looks cool. I thought that was a whiskey bottle at first. It looks like a whiskey bottle. I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it's vodka. Yeah. Espresso and cacao bean vodka infusion. So 1/5, 1 ounce, one what? How much? 1/5. I will take a swig for
a swig.
Okay, Tugs, can you be the mediator? How much?
I don't know. Like a shot size? You don't have to shoot it, but is that?
I'll just take a swig directly from here.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably about a shot without shooting it. But
for how much?
Oh, for how much? 50. Because it's
okay, we'll go with that.
It's breaking your health. I'm going high, guys, because she's doing better than me, and we have to keep her on track. Because God knows I'm
$1 million. Definitely not $1 million. Okay, so we'll go with 50. So we'll see. Maybe he didn't hear. And we can continue on with the show. So first and foremost, I saw this post last week, and of course it happened after the show. Brett Cooper posted here, thin, fertile, and Republican sounds hot. LOL.
Mm-hmm.
For a full shot, Staccato. This is U.S. News, the title being, now comes the Womanosphere, or the Womanosphere, the anti-feminist media telling women to be thin, fertile, and Republican. And I love
the horror.
I love the stuff up here. Make America hot again. I really want this.
I want this hat. Is this a real hat, or did they just?
It's a real hat. I don't know if it's like a specific mega one. And then make him a sandwich. Will elites drop woke? This is all stuff we've kind of even talked about on this channel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not to the extent some of these women have, but it's like, have children, homemaker, cook. It's okay to do those types of things. And of course, Brett Cooper also says, this is a hot thing. Do I think it's a hot thing? Oh my God.
How many swigs is that? You just go get a cup, get some ice, get a little creamer, just make yourself a drink. Just do it. Just do it.
I'm going to be right back. 4 shots, not swigs. Oh my God. Okay, before I leave, Staccato for 200. This is going to be a fun show. I thought in my head I was saying like 1 shot, not 4 shots.
Well, Staccato called your bluff. You just go make a drink. Just go make a whole, just get like, a little tumbler glass. You don't need anything big with your 4 shots.
Okay, no more shots after this, Staccato, okay?
Oh my God.
I'll be back. Oh my God, Tugs, hold the fort down.
I can't hold the fort. I'm stressed. There's a lot of pressure. No, I'm just kidding. You got it. Hold on.
Okay. Tell the fine folks what you think here.
I lost my train of thought. I like how this picture, I can't scroll or anything because she's sharing the screen. We've got a Reagan sweater. We've got the EV magazines with the ballerina farm girl, the Candace Owens photo with the Megan a sandwich. I don't even know if that's a real picture or not, but I think it's hilarious if it is. I really want this Make America Again, Make America Hot Again hat. 4 shots is rookie number, says the youngest person in the chat room. I saw Tugs is Bronco. It looks hurts. Are you drunk? You okay? Espresso vodka. It's like, do you put that in an espresso martini? That's what I would do with espresso vodka. That's what I do with the espresso like coffee rum that Tara bought me. I have an espresso martini mix in the fridge, and I use the coffee rum with it. J-Red says making him a sandwich is now the rebellious cry for women. Yeah. What Belichick? And I did not watch the Belichick. I don't know what you're talking about, to be honest. Andrew, hi. I'm 99% positive you're the youngest person in my chat room right now. I'm 99% positive, Emo, that you're the youngest in the chat room. Will X-Ray recover from morning roast? Oh yeah, she'll be fine.
That is, well, I have a cup of ice. Okay, I'm gonna sip it.
Yeah. Is that something you sip straight? I would have put a little creamer. I don't know if I could do that.
I don't have creamer.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Liver of steel. She doesn't have one anymore. She used to, but she's being good.
This looks like a lot more fluid than I anticipated.
Diet starts tomorrow. It's probably that whole cup.
It's
pretty close
almost all of it.
Oh, dang.
Okay, I'm going to be taking my liver pills tonight, is what I'm hearing. Ah, God. Just put water in bottle and pretend it's vodka. All right, cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yeah. I'll put a little half and half or heavy cream in that. That'll be so good.
Ooh, it tastes good. Ooh, that's spicy. All right, so Womanosphere. I think this is a good thing. This is like the pendulum swinging. So we had the feminists, the other second wave feminist, third wave feminist, fourth wave feminist, red pill movement into the womanosphere, the anti-feminist movement.
The womanosphere. How do you even say that, chat? Honestly, womanosphere, womanosphere,
womanosphere, womanosphere.
Womanosphere.
Either way,
sounds ridiculous.
It's just kind of getting back to our roots of what it is to be like feminine and feel good and feel pretty, and also you know, I personally don't mind doing some of these little things. I was talking with Chris Gore today, and he was saying how these women in LA, they don't know how to do simple things like washing your own dishes, taking care of yourself, doing laundry, all this. And I think that's a really sad fact. Like every human should be able to do this regardless of your gender, because if you live by yourself, how are you going to take care of yourself?
Yeah. Well, Uber Eats.
Yeah. And I mean, this is where we're getting things like TikToks, like coffee made at home. Guess what? You can save yourself $7 if you don't go to Starbucks and just make it at home. So it kind of sucks that this is where the world is, but with the comeback of this and the embracing of some of these key women, it seems like it's such a good thing. I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do we like what's happening? Because I do like the fact that it's like, make America hot again. Just make women feminine again. Make women women. Like, just
The Handmaid's Tale is coming.
But like, I hate that people are like, oh, you've been like you groomed to think this way. It's freeing to not be caring for a man and just letting your hair do whatever it's want and get fat.
Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Microaggressions, yep. So, and I mean, like, you don't have to have the full face of makeup. One of the things I like is I watched a video, I think on Instagram, of a woman taking care of her 10 kids, the most fertile Asian woman. Let me see if I can find this video. Nope.
I got specifically Asian.
Let's see. No, nothing came up. But I was watching this video where this mom, she has 10 kids, and she wakes up at 5:30, gets her husband's lunch ready. It's customary, I think, in Japan or Korea to see them off at the front door, which I think is so sweet. And then after that, she gets her makeup on because if she goes outside the house, she represents the household. So whether or not you like it, she wants to look good. So her hair's done, her makeup's done. She wakes up all 10 of her kids. She gets breakfast ready for all 10 of her kids. And guess what? It is not just one style of breakfast. She caters to her kids' breakfast needs and desires. So, you know, one might like eggs, one might like fruit, et cetera, et cetera. So she gets their lunches and breakfast ready and then feed them and then sends them off. And then she takes care of the kids at home after, the ones that can't go to school.
That's awesome.
And I think that's insane. It's so fun. And
that is awesome. And kudos to her. But also, you'll eat what I make you. Unless you're allergic to it.
Ooh, I'm feeling this stuff. Staccato wants to kill me, I think.
Well, it'll save him some money.
Maybe. Anyways, so yeah, I can think of oh my God, I did not look at that picture. Hurts, by the way. What's her name again? Haji Win?
Who?
Hurts said there's a girl from Korea that he's like, is very pretty. Haji Won, cheerleader. He said that you need to check her out as a cheerleader, and I totally did not. And I'm totally doing it now. Totally don't see a cheerleader outfit. I see her. The short shorts. Okay, now I see the short shorts. There we go.
Mike wants a maid, though. I don't know about a cheerleader. I mean, maybe.
Okay, maybe Mike. Just hire a maid or get a maid outfit for the girl. You know. That might be worth. Yeah. That might be worth it. Oh, by the way, it's summer. Is anyone growing food? My mom started growing seeds. Like she's collected seed and she's like put them in between paper towels, moist paper towels, and they're starting to sprout.
I love that. I have a couple of garlic baubles that I think I might just stick in a thing of water. I heard like when you buy the whole garlic at the store, I heard that you can take a couple of the little cloves off and you put them in water and they'll sprout on their own, and then you can make that eventually into a plant. So
I get them already grown usually. So I get like lettuce, spinach, basil, and tomatoes. Those are like the easiest things to grow ever. There
you go. I want to do jalapenos. I want to do avocados, but I don't have room for avocados.
Avocados, you need a lot of room.
Yeah, I don't got that kind of room.
I was gonna say you can grow it on top of your trailer if you want.
Yeah, but like I use onions all the time, jalapenos all the time, mini peppers all the time, garlic all the time. Like those would be avocado all the time. Like those would be the things that I would grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to just sit down and do it.
We need the Womanosphere to now get into gardening and show us how to make gardening stuff, because I think it's kind of fun. Maybe whenever I get my next place, or I can kind of follow my mom and be like, Mom, roast me as well as teach me on how to do these things. And you can see how like my mom, she roasts me all the time, but she does it in her like sly Asian way where she will be like, you know how like Asian people be like, you look fat, very blunt. It's kind of like that. And then she won't laugh and she'll just walk past it as if nothing happened. And I'm like, thanks, Mom. I love you, Mom.
Love you, Mom.
She's the best. Honestly, I do love her. Mate, thank you for the $5. Says, didn't Trump win the election? When did we get assigned a handmaid? Or do we have to apply somewhere? Oh my God.
Not everybody gets a handmaid, fun fact. I'm watching the show right now. Like the only ones that have handmaids are the commanders. And they have infertile wives, when in reality it's mostly the men that are sterile. Plot twist. And then all the regular men that are not of status, you may get lucky, and if you work for a commander, like then they'll give you a wife, which is what happens to the main character. The house she's the handmaid, she's a handmaid, and the house that she serves, the driver Nick does like heroic stuff or whatever, and so the commander promotes him and gives him a wife, and that wife is Sydney Sweeney.
I mean, I would love a Sydney. Can I
Well,
get
this was
a
years
Sydney
ago
Sweeney
though,
wife?
so she's very young. I think she's maybe 20, because this show is 6 or 7 years old now. So this is season 2. This was years ago. So it was she's got like this little baby cheek. She's so young, and in the show her character's 15. So anyway, it's a whole go watch the show. It's really good. I might do a watch party and start over actually.
Hey, it might be worth it. And compare it to today's world. Okay, really Staccato, good. I'm not even halfway through this drink and it's getting to me. Can you tell? I feel like my nose is getting red and my eyes are getting droopy.
Yeah, your eyes are getting a little droopy.
Oh my God. I'm trying to make this show continue, but I blame Staccato. Okay, so let's go to this. So I saw this video and I'm actually floored by this because I think this is kind of gross. Very gross.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't watch it, but I did see.
But let me know, chat, what you think of this, because I mean, I am with the guy and his reaction to this. Anyways.
So my body count is 1,572, and so I don't think body count should matter, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I've heard a lot of numbers, and it just doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Are you speechless?
Yeah, just kind of said you're.
Excuse me, you can't shame people because of their body count.
1,500, whatever.
72. 72.
That's insane. Keep it real.
Just say you're jealous.
Oh, he just called you a hoe. That's not jealousy.
How old are they? What is she? He looks like he's 12. I mean, obviously he's older than that, but he looks very
like
young.
Early 20s. That's like the Bieber hair when
he's like what,
out.
18? So how old is she? 20, 18, 20? They're probably between 18 and 20. Holy cow.
I mean, she's in her 20s for sure. Sorry. She does not look like anything past like 28 at best.
It is so bad. I don't even know 1,000 people.
Well, you've met at least 1,000 people in your life.
I met them, sure, but I don't know 1,000 people.
So I think anything even above like where I start thinking of hazmat suits is like 100. Sorry to those people, men or women who are over 100. That's like, where is your standard at that point? Like, why is it that high? I have questions.
Is she on OnlyFans? I mean, because that's Bonnie Blue's number right now.
Well, she had 1,000 people in one day.
Yeah. So, hey, kudos. They're competing.
You know, she is at least at 1,000 that we know of.
It's a vagina. It's a circus tent now.
It's a hot dog in a circus tent.
It's definitely a circus tent now.
But like, if she's in her, say, mid-20s, and she had one guy every day since 20 years old.
I think she's younger than that. She probably started in high school.
Did she do like gangbangs or something?
No, I mean, if she started in high school, I think that the median, well, I don't know about now, but the median at one point was like 14. If you start that young, if we put her at 20, which I'm guessing 20, that's my guess. If we put her at 20, she probably started in high school.
Okay, really? So how many days are in 6 years? Okay, how many? So it's 365 times 6. That is 2,190. So say she had 6 years to do this. That is almost one per night.
A different one per night. Kudos.
Yes, a different one per night. So she never had a steady boyfriend at that rate. And oh my God. What was it? 1570?
Yeah. 1572. 72. She got very, very upset that he couldn't remember the number.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's 1.3. Oh my God.
Per day.
No. Days per men. Time per men. Like that amount of time in between each men if we were spaced it evenly.
Jeez, oh, my bun's
like
my bun is shot.
No. She has to have had like gangbangs at that rate.
Hun,
There's
this girl
no
said she has
way.
1,572 partners, and we're putting at her age because we don't know for sure, but we're guessing she's about 20 years old.
Bonnie Blue?
No.
Bonnie Blue is in her 30s, okay?
A
She
different
says
girl.
She's 25.
Yikes.
Damn. And
She definitely belongs to the streets and the sheets.
her immediate reaction is that you're jealous. No, I think I would rather bang a guy 1,500 times of one quality, like not one quality, one guy of real quality that many times than to be with that many different people. Because I'm sorry, you can't build a good sexual relationship with someone within one time. She keeps slapping her Bible.
He said, "Did you take your cross down?" And I was like, "Nah, ignore this."
Staccato, I'm getting drunker and drunker. I hate you.
And but you have another like 30, 40 minutes to drink that. Slow down, Tiger.
Oh my God.
Slow down.
I'm a overachiever. Literal Bible thumper. Anyways, so gross, very. I think that this is not a win. She perceives it as a win, and
She's very proud of it. Yeah, very, very proud of it.
I'm very sad that we're at this point where also like the fact that she counted.
Yeah, the fact that she has that number down. That is, I would like to know the mindset on that one.
Because I think there's like
Impressive.
I've talked to a few people who have high body counts. One being like a without doxing. They were a captain of a cruise ship at one point, and those people get to get around.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. Gross. Tugs, can you read
Yeah.
something from the Bible? I feel unclean, says mate.
Don't sleep with a bunch of people.
I also don't think she's ever been in love, probably.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, maybe the first one or two, maybe. You know what I mean? Like the first one may have just been, oh, I'm a teenager and we've been going steady and we're making out behind the bleachers and like we have to kind of thing. And the second one may have been an actual person that she was in love with and it didn't end well, and then she just went balls to the wall, no pun intended, with it.
Yeah. So Brian Sharp
here we go.
was same thing as us. Just doing quick math, guessing she's 23, has been sexually active for 9 years. Even this sounds like a lot. 175 bodies a year on average, 14.5 bodies a month, 3.63 bodies per week. A new body every day for her teen
Yeah, and
adult
see, he
life.
put her at her first sexual encounter at 14 too. I think that's the median is 14. So it could be earlier, could be a little later, but
Sometimes I think people who are in those situations, they might have not had a proper first sexual encounter, and she might have gotten taken advantage of because she doesn't respect her body. And I feel like in a sense that she's trying to get sexual freedom and control by doing this and she in her mind, in her very twisted mind, because you remember that article that Culture made us read that we thought was like going to be like haha, and then it turned out to be like about grape, and then she was like, I had sex with my grapist.
Oh yeah.
And then we're like, oh, this is actually like very dark, and her actually like getting control by having sex with the graper ended up being her like her overcoming that in a sense. Like maybe this is her just trying that and she just has not.
No.
Very sad. Very sad. I am very
sad.
drunk.
And the fact that it's celebrated too. She's like very offended that this boy, his face, he was like the freak.
Yup. Very, 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 very sad. But in any case, I hope she doesn't have diseases. It kind of sucks. And now let's go over to more L's by women out there.
Today's theme is
Today's theme. I love this. How it started. Angela says, imagine being 42, child free, and not having to pay for a babysitter, so you have to go to a bar on Thanksgiving. The right hates this. And then I'm turning 43 next Wednesday. Woke up with baby fever, thinking I need to get this going ASAP.
Wow, that turned quick.
Versus how it's going. Yeah. And I think that's something that a lot of women go through, regardless of, if you're in a partnership or not. Like when you get to that age where you're like, I want baby. It's programmed in you, okay? You have this need to want to take care of another human being, and it has to be your child. And if you are going out and being super, I'm going to say this, not picky, and picky in the wrong and right ways. Because I think women are picky in the wrong ways, especially with the 666, and not picky in the wrong ways, picking guys who will walk all over them and not cherish them just because they're 666. There are a lot of good guys that don't fit into some of these crazy categories.
Yeah.
And if you just got to get to know them. Which is why I think Love is Blind is a good idea, but they're all hot. I've not seen a not hot person on Love is Blind.
Yeah, they are usually pretty people. Look at Staccato.
Oh, my sweet summer child, Staccato.
The devil's number. Don't listen to it.
Yeah, they're evil men. No, I'm kidding. So 666 with possible fourth six is 6 feet tall at least. 6 figures on their salary. And now this is the debate, whether it's 6-pack abs or 6 inches on their peepees.
Yeah.
666.
The thick.
So, and I mean, I totally understand the biological want for some of these. Like, you want someone tall to protect you. There is such thing as too tall, because sometimes they are a little slower, when they're really tall.
Mm-hmm.
So, you want someone who's like, you feel safer with, I think would be a better thought, versus they need to be 6 feet tall at least. 6 figures, average salary of a person in the States.
I think we're like 40,000.
40,000.
45,000.
So you're looking at percentile wise, someone like, was it 15% in the 6 figures and up?
Yeah, I don't think it's that high. I mean, I don't even think it's that high. But yeah, it's.
Oh, we're talking
I think it was
American.
American.
And then when you talk about 6 inches or bigger, like, you are getting into some really, really small numbers with all 3 of those categories, or a 6-pack.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we can't measure anyway, so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not good at guessing size anyway, so just lie.
I love, remember when we went on that podcast in Vegas?
Yes.
Crap, forgot it. But anyways, all these girls were like, when they asked, how much do you need your man to make at least? And I think I said 50,000.
Yeah,
kind of
me, and then the one, ironically, the one that's married and does OnlyFans with her husband was like, oh, well, we survived off of 30 grand or whatever. And I just looked at her like, I mean, you did, kudos, but also hello. Sit down.
Yep. Only 15% of American households, not even individuals, households,
And
make 100
mama
grand.
working too, beaches.
Okay, so it's actually less than 15%. So you're asking for some pretty crazy statistics between all of those 3 top percentile figures. We have the delusional calculator. When we did the delusional calculator, even with our lower standards, we had like less than 2%, maybe.
Yeah, I think I still got cat lady or something weird. And
Yeah.
that was because I wanted a white guy.
Only 3% of men are over 6 feet tall and make 100K. So we're talking 3%, including, older men married already. So
that 3% gets cut. I think over 6 feet tall, 100K, and are not married, it's like point. What did it say? I think the one we saw was like 0.001 or something percent. It's like a stupid out of that 3%. It's like this teeny tiny percentage.
Yeah.
No.
And this is why we get women like this who are 42 and celebrating Thanksgiving at a bar. I'm sorry, I would at least celebrate it with my family, even if I didn't have kids. And
I mean, I'll be 38 this year. I'm child free. Now I have Duke, but sometimes no. Just kidding. But I'm child free, and on Thanksgiving I went to my friend Lindsay's house, and she has a bar. So then she also has a 3-year-old, so that was fun, and we got to watch the kids run around like crazy. So this is the same thing, but at least I went with friends.
Yeah, I will say she's at least cute. There are some people who are not of the cute category that end up in this demographic.
Yeah. Poor Angela. Good luck, Angela. Godspeed.
Even if she's not real. Okay, most of the stuff that I find here, guys, I get it, is probably not real. But the reality is there are women in this situation. There are people.
I think it's real. I was reading the comments on that one, and it was talking about, hi, Annie.
Yeah. There's a girl who had kids in her early 20s, and I saw a Facebook post, and her kids are now between the ages of 12 to 16 in my group of friends. And I'm thinking, dang, 16 already?
She's going to be free soon. Free bird.
I know. And I'm thinking like, damn, I haven't gotten on that yet. I'm going to be like Angela one day. No, I'm kidding.
I'm going to be in my 60s. By the time
when
I'm
we're
free again.
free of the kids. So,
if I have them.
Yep. Oh. Well, is Tugs aware that a man just walked behind her? If she didn't, I'd be worried for her.
Him. Dang it, he got free again. Where are those handcuffs? All right.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Bean said, as Tug's aware that a man just walked behind her. I was like, yeah, I kidnapped him. Oh, crap, he got free again.
All right. Now, this is an interesting video. I'm going to have to see how you feel about this.
She's pretty.
Whether this is an L or a slight W or how... Anyways.
Don't be an entrepreneur like me and be successful that way.
Entrepreneur? You only... That's not being an entrepreneur.
Yes, it is. It's a business.
You sell pictures of yourself online. That's not being an entrepreneur.
Okay, well, if you think I'm not a f***ing entrepreneur, let's go band for band.
Band for band?
Let's go band for band. I bought dad a f***ing car. I'm about to pay off mom's f***ing mortgage. I'll pay for your f***ing college. You don't think that's a f***ing entrepreneur? Then I don't know what the f*** is.
That's just using your money.
That I make through the business of OnlyFans.
Yeah, but that's the business, not being an entrepreneur.
Whatever, I'm not gonna... Don't...
Okay, I'm going to defend her.
Brother?
Yeah, that's her brother. I'm going to defend her a little here and say, doesn't matter. You're still an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, man, doesn't matter who, by still doing this type of business. Now, whether I respect it or not, I actually appreciate that she's bought her dad a car, paid off her mom's mortgage, and is going to put her younger brother through college.
Okay, actually... I'm going to get technical on you, and I think maybe this is where the little brother was coming from. An entrepreneur is an individual, this is the definition, who creates and manages a business, typically taking on a significant financial risk in pursuit of profits. They are often the sole proprietor or a key partner in the venture, responsible for making major decisions and controlling business activities. So technically, because she works for OnlyFans, she's not an entrepreneur.
But... okay.
They're the entrepreneur. The guy who created OnlyFans is the entrepreneur. She's the employee.
Say
freelance, but she's the employee.
Say that her business is run by a LLC, as the US calls it, a business corporation. Is that not technically still running a business entrepreneurship? I don't know.
I don't know.
She doesn't work for OnlyFans. OnlyFans is just a platform for her to run her business on.
Right, but it's not her platform. It's OnlyFans' platform. She would be the entrepreneur if she owned OnlyFans. So the guy is the OnlyFans has to make a cut somehow. So either she has to pay them a percentage like a YouTube takes. We are our own employer. We're self-employed because we don't get paid by anybody else, but we're not entrepreneurs because in this space, because YouTube is the entrepreneur, they get a cut from us. So not employee is not the right word, but they get a cut from us. So we're playing if we owned YouTube,
business.
If we owned YouTube, then we would be the entrepreneur because we're the ones that created YouTube, this platform for all these people. If I were to create an app that gets you to walk to like Star Wars every day and you get to kill younglings or whatever, I don't know. And I got
okay. I can respect that. Okay, I can respect that.
So he's right. It's a kind of a gray area, but he's right technically.
Technically, definition wise, then yes, we are. Well, I was incorrect. I'm going to say this. I don't like the work she does. Okay, but I like the fact that she's helped her family and not just taking it all for herself.
Yeah.
Because, I mean. Some people have to do that. That's a last resort. It's not her last resort, but she decided it was her first resort. And she could just be buying stuff for herself, but I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'm just reading some comments. You have to have your own site. Yeah. So she would have had to create. Now, if she created, instead of going through OnlyFans, if she created, I'm a cutie patootie and glasses.com or whatever and ran that website and that's how she made her money solely through that way instead of relying like Direwolf said. She relies on OnlyFans for that content. If she had gone to her own website or created her own app, that would mean technically she would be an entrepreneur.
Yeah. And like, hey, I don't think I would like if my, like, say, if I had a sister, I would not like if she did that for a job. I don't have a sister, okay? Where people
especially
get excited.
as a boy, because he looks probably 15,
wants to
maybe
be protective. Like,
maybe 15,
as a younger kid. Can you imagine all the boys at school being like, "Yo, I saw your sister's nudes."
Mm-hmm.
That's not cool.
Yep.
Yeah, you can see my OF if you want. It's just feet pics, little toesies, little toesies. I give that,
Sorry.
Yeah. But I don't think it's a good idea to do it. Plus, we've heard of like women who have kids and the kids come home crying because they get made fun of. So believe in yourself. I am not even highlighting that comment. I'm not highlighting that comment, but it is really funny. Oh,
don't do it.
So
you do not have my drink. I know.
Like I said, though, I don't agree with what she does, but I still respect the fact that she's helped her family, even if she, isn't doing the nicest thing for morale.
He sounds like I can't tell if he's just going through puberty, maybe a little both, or if he's about to cry. Poor guy. So he's got to be
I bought
14.
Dad a fucking car. I'm about to pay off Mom's mortgage. I'll pay for your college. You don't think that's an entrepreneur? Then I don't know what the is.
That's just using your money.
That I make through the business of OnlyFans.
Yeah, but it's the business, not being an entrepreneur.
He's definitely in high school.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Poor kid. He looks like he's about to cry.
He's definitely got made fun of. He definitely got made fun of. Oh, it breaks my heart for those types of kids. Because because my younger brother, I remember one of my first heartbreaks that I had in my life. He was so cute, so freaking cute. He saw me crying and he goes like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I just got broken up with," and I'm like, "My heart hurts so much." And he goes, "Do you need protecting?" And I was like, "No." So like, I can imagine and extrapolate that as a brother, because obviously he cares about his sister. Otherwise he wouldn't argue with her. And that feeling of wanting to protect her family, it's so sweet. It's so sweet.
Poor kids, traumatized.
Yeah. Yet again, I am cheersing to freaking Staccato. I'm drunk as frick right now. And I haven't even finished this. Can you read this?
Jason Webster for Australian 5. Not only is Ha Ji Won, I butchered that, white girl status, a highly acclaimed award-winning actress, she is highly trained in martial arts. Such as Sanmudo, Kumdo, and Kendo. Are those real things?
Wow.
Kumdo?
I don't know if that's real. Jason, are you trying to trick
Kumdo
us?
or Kumdo, whatever.
Jason with another 5 says, like X-Ray, Haji-Won is a living embodiment of ideals of a perfect woman. Beautiful, wow, sexy, personable, talented, intelligent. Are you flirting with me, Jason?
Words are hard. I don't.
Words are very, very
I'm not
hard.
even drunk. I just can't talk.
I'm drunk. I blame Staccato. Love you, Staccato. He's not even here anymore, which is the worst part. My feet are hot. I need to take my socks off. Oh my God. It's getting warm in my room. All right. Anyways, let's see. What do we have next on here? Wait, what?
Keep drinking up, X-Ray. I'm next. I don't know what he's next for, but
And Staccato is here. Cheers, Staccato. I hope you enjoying this, Staccato. We finally had the pendulum swing on one of these. I don't know if this is a joke post, but hold the line, fellas. Murph says a group of guys at the gym are ignoring me and it feels so threatening. Like, how are you a foot away and avoiding looking or talking? Inhumane.
I'm pretty sure this is a satirical post, but after all those, we'll take it seriously for shits and giggles. After all of those girlies filming at the gym that we've been talking about for how many months now? And like
years.
I
not
wouldn't
even
look
months.
at you either.
And I bet you some people are thinking this is like, oh, why aren't you looking at me? Why aren't you? Wow. Why aren't you looking at me? So this chick, I mean, she's really cute. Okay. I don't think I would ever go to the gym in this little of clothing, by the way.
Oh, heck no. Mm-mm. Even if I looked like that, I would have pants on.
Or at least a shirt. I think at
yeah,
least
or a shirt in those shorts. Like I would not do that. I would do the bra maybe with some pants, but not shorts. That's just I forgot. It's too much sweat. Like, no.
I forgot who said this. You can't do both. You have to do one or the other. It's going to be either butt or boobs. So if I do a bra, it'll be with pants. But if I do shorts, it will be with the shirt.
Yeah, that's me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You think she's sweating? She's going for looks. Both. I've seen women sweat even with like clothes like this. But one thing I don't understand is the over-the-ear headphones. If you are a sweater, that is not comfortable to have on. I'm sorry. It's actually disgusting to sweat with those on.
Yeah, you just take an alcohol wipe.
Do you work out with those?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm not a big sweater though. I mean a little in the ear area, like, you know, because it's just you have something on.
My face is like my face gets so wet. I've never
been a big sweater. My biggest sweat is like the lower back. That's where mine gets the most. But
I took a picture of my sweat angel today. And I saw
that. I was like, ew, you clean that up.
I had to crop it out because of where the sweat angel saw different parts of the body. So I was like, nah, there's just some things internet should not see. But yes, I sweat on my back. I'm just like an everywhere sweater. But like if I get a full on sweat, like from cardio, it's like under the boobs, a little in the underarms, definitely a little in the back, and then I wear black pants, so I have no idea. But like I get a little face sweat, but I have like
you know where this sweat is, even in black pants. You just sit on a bench and you're like, oopsies.
Oh well, because I did glutes, I didn't count it. Okay.
Us women have it rough with our body parts, guys.
How much for the original photo? It hurts. You can't afford it. Boob sweat is the worst. I think for girls, it's almost a normality.
Yeah, but it's still it's really funny. I see girls who are much more blessed than me. Like you could tell when they do really hard workouts and they walk out, they have like the smiley faces. I know. Like,
Yeah.
yes, girl.
Yeah. Now, there are probably women who still do think this, because I've seen women where a guy looks just because they're being stupid or loud or silly. And you're just like, they look up and then they look down and they're like, oh my God, you looked at me. No, you're just being an idiot. Bench setting reveal. It does. It really does.
Yes, we do.
I will not put a price on it. No, psychotic fuck.
Mongoose is like, I'm scared for you.
I mean, I guess it's better than doing a boob photo, but I'm just, no, that is not going to be a thing I'm selling. No, yeah.
$1 million.
But do you think there's women like this who actually say this in a sense?
Oh, I'm sure there's been a thought or two. Like, why isn't anybody talking to me? Well, it's probably because you're annoying.
But the thing is, like, people, as long as it's from the right guy, they don't care.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of wrong guys before that happens. And I'm sorry, if you're in a gym, you're going to naturally look at things, look at people, things that catch your eye. It might not be attractive, but it just is just like, whoa, something moved. Whoa, a noise.
I mean, most people, I do this too. Most people, when they're kind of standing still or in between sets or whatever, they're just kind of looking around. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of, you stop and you shake it off and you just kind of look around. And sometimes you look around and you make eye contact with somebody. You're like,
yeah.
Hey.
Sometimes people like literally just stare off into
oh my gosh, yeah. All the guys
scenery.
The gym I go to in the mornings, when I go in the morning, those are like the serious people that actually know what they're doing and
a sight crime.
And you can tell when they're like looking at you, and you can tell when they're just like, duh.
If you like, sell it, you might qualify as an entrepreneur, though.
Oh, fair.
Fair. On my own site, okay? Through, I don't know.
Bagel.com.
Yeah. I do think that she's cute.
She is cute.
If this is her items, that's disgusting. Why do you have
it
so
looks
much
like
crap?
She might be with this person with the arm. Maybe.
That's a lot of stuff to bring to a gym.
Well, that's the thing. If that is her stuff, there's at least one baggy t-shirt or sweatshirt on the floor. So you didn't come into the gym that way. And that's the thing too, is these girls don't come into the gym this way. I follow enough of them or see them enough on TikTok. They wear these cute little outfits and all this tiny little
under
outfits.
A shirt.
They always come in a baggy like pump cover, whether that's a t-shirt or a sweatshirt. And then of course you get hot when you work out, so they take it off. And I'm like, why? I just wear my baggy t-shirt, okay? Because I don't like me.
I'm the same. My gym, because I drive in, I'll wear just a light jacket, and I'll probably strip it off when I'm doing weights or after cardio.
Hey,
that's it. That's it.
Strip it off.
Only scans. I only scan when I'm being an X-ray tech. Technically speaking.
Only scans.
Technically speaking. I take pictures for a living, okay? I see through you. I see everything.
You'll get Ian's like, wait a minute. Why is X-Ray Girl drinking his band? Staccato dropped $200 on her and called her bluff.
Well, okay. I literally only thought like one shot. I was so small-minded. I was like, I'll put $50 on one shot. I can drink one shot. That's fine. That's great. And then Staccato drops 200. And I'm like, I can't make myself a liar. So the next time, because Staccato, you're making me learn here. The next time we're going to have to negotiate $50 for a shot. I might have to up the price of the second shot.
I know, she even asked me, and I went high. She asked me, what do you think? I was like, well, let's do 50 because you're not doing a drink. You know, you're being all healthy and a better person than everybody in this room right now. We'll start high. And Staccato's like, say less.
Okay, I'm going to have to take the sweater off. Oh, my God. Next time it's $500. No, the next time it's going to be $50 for the first shot, $100 for the second shot. It'll just double each time. because this is not happening again. This is not as bad as Meek's cake stream.
Oh, that's fair. Always double what you think is not. Yeah, I should have.
Yeah, remember the time that Epic Mike said he was going to shave his head for 500? I'm like, no, Mike, higher. Don't do it for anything less. BB, I'm having a hot flash because I'm getting embarrassed. Okay, so these are some Streamlabs that happened last week that I forgot to read, so I apologize. Oh my God. I'll get to that after. Captain Merca for $1 last week, he said something about Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips getting all the headlines and OnlyFans when Sophie Rain was making the most money. She made $43 million. Do you remember? Captain America for $1 says Sophie Rain's $43 million is yearly, not monthly. That's still way more than Bonnie Blue or Lily Phillips, though. And for another $1 says, fun fact, the Old Testament only bans males' homosexuality, as do most New Testament verses on the topic. The only verse to criticize lesbianism is Romans 1:27, and there's a debate about the authenticity of that one since it wasn't present in some of the early texts. Thank you, Captain Merca. I apologize for not reading that last week. I'm not drinking more because I'm still working on this. Ian, I hope you know that. We didn't negotiate this price. Ian so forth with 200 British pounds. What are you trying to do to me? Never put a price on your health. I know. Now. I am not drinking more because I don't need to be on the floor.
That rhymed. Look at you, Dr. Seuss.
You know what was funny? Earlier in the Nooner, Gary was like, vagina rhymes with China. And I'm like, oh my God, Gary, you did not just make vagina and China.
That is the daddest of dad's jokes.
And then he laughed. He had this like little giggle. And then I just start bursting out laughing. Like, you know how you break me sometimes on Morning Roast? Like that. And I'm like, no, I can't stop laughing.
My favorite thing to do is break you randomly on Morning Roast.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. And thank you, Psychotic Mongoose, for making those clips, by the way. Ian says, I know, I'm just trolling. Thank freaking God.
Poor Ian.
Because I'd be dead. There'd be an extra girl laying on this floor, and not in a cute way whatsoever.
Remember when Mongoose was like, you should have started at 500? Well, we hit that. So,
Well, with the exchange rate, oh my God. If this was Canadian dollars, this would be like $800. Ian?
you guys are all mad lads.
I love you guys. You, Staccato. Mwah. Thank you guys.
Sponsored by Ian.
Oh, I do like this coaster, though. I use this quite a lot on my table.
That's cute. That's so cute.
It's okay if you want to defer Ian's till morning roast.
Oh my gosh.
Morning
we
cap.
should. We
No.
should do that. Just the little ones, just to mess with Dan.
Oh God.
It doesn't even have to be actual. You can get like a tea or a soda or something so it looks like it.
I'm not ready for this. You know what? Okay, one of my favorite drinks when I was sick, when not taking drugs, blueberry tea recipe. Blueberry tea recipe. So it is amaretto, a pack of the regular tea, like what's it called?
Like breakfast tea, black tea?
Black tea. I think it's amaretto, the tea. Let's see. Oh, orange liqueur, 3/4 orange liqueur, ounce, amaretto, 3/4 liqueur, and 3/4 orange pico tea. It's really good.
Blueberry? It's supposed to be blueberry?
It's called blueberry tea is the drink, but it's not with blueberry packs. Yeah.
I guess
I might need that.
Whatever tea you want. Amaretto, orange liqueur, whatever tea.
Actually, you know what, Ian? I'm just going to offer you up Monkey on a silver platter. He's basically like, you know, I will fly him out to the UK when we do the meetup, just so you guys can meet each other. So we'll see about that. But thank you again, Ian, for the 200 British pounds. Jason Webster, Extrago can live with yourself if he doesn't even get one child or two.
How can you live with yourself? How dare you?
I will be drunk on the floor.
Ian,
That's probably
Ian
what.
is one of our biggest sponsors.
Jason Webster to Australia says, I prefer sake and soju. Ooh, soju. Have you ever done soju with beer? It's really good. I actually quite like it.
Sake bombs. We used to do sake bombs at the sushi restaurant when I was.
Oh, that'd be so good. Mate for two says, no. You said $50 per shot with Staccato. We never negotiated with Ian. He said he was trolling. Actually, every time Ian ever like super chats or sends memberships and I'm doing squats, he's like, don't do them. I'm like, I can do them. I'll just do squats next time. Since I have the space, we haven't done a squat stream in a while, Tugs.
I know. That's because I'm out of shape and fat.
We need to do a squat stream. I need to grow the glutes. Today, I did like the most basic workout, probably one of the lighter glute workouts I've done.
Workout?
And hamstring, but it was one of the most enduring because I think at least my watch said I burned around 450 calories in my workout.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your picture.
And it wasn't even the hardest workout. I've had harder and it just doesn't, it didn't equate to that. I guess my heart was really working hard, working off those calories.
Yeah, sure.
And then Jason Webster for two Australian says, road trip to Canada, the Regina monologues. Regina, vagina, China.
Oh my God.
Anyways. Okay. So let's see here. Do we have anything else here? We have, okay. This is a TikTok Tug sent. Modern dating versus men in love. And there's
yeah, I saw that today. I thought it was interesting.
Calling, but she can wait.
Someone's calling me. Let's try and hold on. Hi.
first guy is definitely modern dating. And
that's what he's comparing. He's comparing modern dating versus what men actually are like or should be like when they're
Oh wait, are they still together, Troyan and the
I think so.
Because she's from Pretty Little Liars, right? They're so cute.
I have no idea.
Because she appeared in the show? She appeared in the show for like one episode or something.
Yep, they're still together.
Oh my God, so cute. So yeah, anyway, so his girly calls.
Hey.
In the middle of an interview.
Really well. So I should go. But I'm going to call you right back. I love you too. Bye.
Aww.
You'll never see me getting giddy over a woman.
Oh my.
Okay, I have some dude friends, and I'm not gonna lie, this does happen, and it's so freaking.
I love like watching them
when
realize that they really like the girl. You're like,
mm-hmm.
their faces. They're
because
so
they literally get like this when they're thinking about their girl, and they get the same smitten starry eyes that we do.
Yep.
Anyways.
I'm too busy to fix something that's your problem.
So my door was broken. I was like,
I love Tom
fix that
Holland.
door for you. Now we're in love.
Why would I talk about her?
Okay, I love talking about Joanna. She's my favorite person. There we are.
Yeah.
That's me and my wife.
There you are.
Aww.
Who's your best friend, Andy? My wife.
Best person to be stuck on an island with.
My wife.
I just thought it was cute.
It was very cute.
And I love that. And I think he's right because there's so many men out there that don't ever talk about their girlfriends or their wives or their fiancés ever.
Depending on who it is, because I've had a few close guy friends, and I have this weird power where I ask the right questions, and I might have made a few men cry in my life.
Wow. What she's not telling you is she had them hog-tied in her basement
Oh
and
my
was
God.
pulling out toenails.
No, but just asking the right questions about like relationships, their family, or whatever it is, and reaching like some deep, dark part of them. Especially because a lot of guys that I'm like friends with, they don't get this chance to express themselves besides with their partner. So when they're able to talk about the relationship, especially when they're beginning, I think they actually want to talk about it as much as some women do, but don't have people to talk about it. And like, I want to.
Yeah. You can't talk. I mean, I feel like a lot of guys, because their guy friends are like, oh, this gay, you know,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
They're just be their version is like, hey, I'm dating. Cool. But I'd be like, oh my gosh, what did you do for your first date? Blah, blah, blah. Abe says, mine's amazing. She keeps to herself. She's quiet, does what I want from her. She also doesn't exist. So you want her to not exist, is what you're saying?
I thought that was going somewhere else.
Oh my God.
I thought you were going to be like, she's also locked in the basement. Stop watching true crime. Stop watching true crime.
Also, Ian here, yes. I know you're always making fun of me, but I can never quite work out how.
Hurts, why are you making fun of Ian?
But like, especially in the first stages, I think a lot of guys do want to gush about their person. They just don't have the right outlet to.
That's why when they have a healthy relationship with their mom, they usually will go to tell their mom.
Yeah, I say healthy because there are
boy
unhealthy
moms.
when it gets too much.
We should talk about those next week. Have you?
Oh my God.
Tom from Rogue Attraction keeps sending me TikToks about boy moms. And I'm like, how are you just now
they're
discovering that this
insane.
is a problem?
In
a very big problem.
insane.
Yeah,
so
that's exactly what I said.
I dated a boy, a guy who had an unhealthy relationship with their mom. It was really bad.
There's moms who have boys, and then there are boy moms.
Yeah, it's very scary. All right, so the last article we're gonna talk about today. Oh wait, before we get to that, what was that you posted up?
Oh, as Shield Wall says, you mean the mom that is trying to be their son's girlfriend? Yeah, those moms.
Remember the article we talked about where the son's mom like was interjecting in their marriage, like in their wedding day, and you're like, that's just what?
Yeah.
Jojo Siwa dumps humiliated partner after realizing she's not a lesbian on Celebrity Big Brother. I would like to congratulate Mickey Rourke, as he said, if she spent 3 days with him, she would go straight. Now that's a joke because obviously it's not real.
I don't know. Everybody keeps thinking Mickey
it's
Rourke,
a joke. No, because he said that he would do that to her, spending that much time. He's like that awkward uncle that he says a lot of the truth.
Together, right?
They were, but he might have said a lot of derogatory comments. But apparently she had spent time with that literal male and then discovered she's not actually a lesbian.
Just like Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato's gone back to her.
But
she's no longer they, them.
is
She's got her hair long.
binary.
Yeah, she's no longer that anymore. She's lost a bunch of weight. She's got her hair long again. Like she wears
Very
dresses
feminine.
again. Like
Maybe she's in the Womanosphere. Welcome, Demi Lovato. So now JoJo is so young still. I think she's 23. So I still put her in the camp of she's experimenting. She doesn't know 100% truly if she is there yet. Although there are people from when they're a wee little toddler, even to child age, that you're like, I really think this child is gay. And I think it comes out with mostly males versus a female, because I do think there's like a more demure sense of what a lesbian is than the very flamboyant gay. So there's some boys that you're just like,
it's very rare, at least in my personal experience. But when I just stop and think about it, it's very rare from my personal experiences. Again, don't come for me. I never have met maybe 2 off the top of my head that are women that are born gay. Every other girl that I know that is in a relationship or now bisexual is because they got their hearts broken like 1, 2, 3 too many times, and they were like, sick of it, I'm going over to the women's side. And so now they're lesbian.
I would say bi-curious.
Yeah, and they've been over on the women's side now for years, whatever. Sometimes it's years, sometimes it's months, sometimes it's whatever, but they always go back to men eventually. I could think of 2 girls that I know that are born gay that have always wanted women. They've always known they were into women. They hate men, but what too? All the gay guys I know, quote, were supposedly born that way. So that begs the question: how much soy are you eating?
I think. Well, and this is why I say, like, you can tell a gay boy, especially when they're flamboyant, when they're a child. Whereas I don't know what the telltale signs, but I've met like elderly lesbians, so I know they're out there, right? It's just I don't know what the telltale signs, because we got the super femme, which can super be, you know, they look like every other female, but then we got the super butch women, and you kind of can't see that right away when they're a kid.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're automatically labeled a lesbian as a kid if you're a tomboy. So,
really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, maybe
I mean, especially nowadays. Not so much when we were kids. It was kind of 50-50. But nowadays, if you're a girl would rather wear t-shirts and jeans and not frilly dresses or whatever, oh, she must be a lesbian.
Oh, I grew up with boys, so I never was called a lesbian. I just was called a tomboy.
Yeah,
I found out I was a very female when I was 25, 23, 24, actually. When my girlfriend told me I had more face products than most normal girls at my age. To my surprise. But I thought I was a tomboy because I was doing Muay Thai, going to the gym, hanging with the boys, little things like that. So I do think I'm a girly girl. Tell us your opinions on what's bi-curious. Bi-curious is when I think women can appreciate this more, but females in general are prettier than men. And we do this naturally where we judge other women and we're like, that's a beautiful girl. That's a beautiful girl. She's really pretty. This and that. This asset we like. This asset we don't like. And so maybe someone's like, maybe I'm attracted to that. And then you find out, no, you're not. Yeah. I think that's like a kind of a loose definition of bi-curious.
Yeah, I can honestly say I've never once wanted to date a woman.
I have never wanted to date a woman. And this is where we kind of get into the weeds of like women who date other women, they still end up with a very phallic object in their sexual life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I'm just saying. Hertz says women are prettier. Yes. Women are prettier to look at than men most of the time. Okay. This is a very objective thing.
That's fair.
So
never once. Nope. Never once. I was never one of those. That's stupid bi-curious. No, you're just a whore.
I knew I liked men from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was never a reach around with Kara. We're wives by name, just as I'm wives with Tugs by name. Okay, guys. I actually like when people are like, I thought you actually were together. I'm like, how?
Because it's the internet.
Oh my God. So anyways, this whole experiment for JoJo Siwa, I think is actually more funny than anything. I'm glad she's figured out whatever she needed to. It's kind of sad for her partner.
Yeah.
That got dumped.
That sucks.
It's very embarrassing because it's happened before on Big Brother. Their partners go on this show and they are in an environment without phones, without contact with people, and they're just hanging with 16 or less people on the show for weeks, for months. And it is more than likely you're going to develop some type of feelings for some of your castmates. And we've seen cheating on the show happen before, especially when you get to the behind the scenes. Like, what are the cameras called when you can watch like not the clipped for the actual episodes?
Oh,
Big Brother Cam or something like that.
oh, like they're behind the scenes cameras.
Like you can watch 24/7 the cameras.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Which is why it's called Big Brother, right? The cameras are always there, always running.
Always watching.
The cameras do turn off for the competitions though, but you can kind of figure out who won the competitions based on what people say in those situations. Live cam, kind of, but they call it something specific that you can subscribe to. But either way, that's the live show afterwards.
Big Brother After Dark. I've never actually watched Big Brother, so I don't know.
Yeah, I actually really like Big Brother. That and what's the summer TV show where they're on Love Island?
Oh, yeah.
JoJo was talking about thinking she was non-binary. I do not believe in these non-binary things. Regardless, you're either gay or lesbian, straight or bi. Bi is also pansexual and whatever else you want to put in that kind of category.
She said, I'm not lesbian, I'm queer. What does queer mean? Well, back in the day, queer meant odd or weird. That's queer. That's kind of weird. Then it became a term to describe you if you were gay, mostly gay men, it was used for. And then now, according to the Googles, it's switched again. And if you're queer, you're under the big umbrella. And it just simply means that you're not heterosexual. Too long, didn't read.
So you're
pick
either
one.
lesbian or gay.
So she's still not heterosexual.
Or bisexual.
Yeah.
There we go. See, again, you're either a lesbian or gay or bisexual or hetero. Just putting it out there.
Rainbow dildo butterflies or something. I don't know.
We can put everything that they've put underneath all these little umbrellas into one of those three categories.
So if you're anything but heterosexual, then you're under the queer umbrella. That's so queer.
Isn't that also LGBTQ plus?
Oh, I can't keep track anymore. I think they dropped the Q.
But
so I think it's now LGBT
like titles and labels. What about Rainbow Dildo Butt Monkey?
That falls under the queer umbrella.
Yeah. Oh God. Jason Webster with 5 Australia says, when dating, the women will receive my total commitment, admiration, fascination, as well as my heart. Oh. Jason, you're so sweet.
Jason's proposing to Extra Girl Live on stream all the time.
Oh my gosh. I highly doubt that until he actually does that. That doesn't, I'm a very blunt person. If it's not for realsies, you're not, if I don't know, then I don't know. There you go. Tugs, what's coming up for you in the next couple days?
I don't even know anymore. What is today? It's Wednesday. We have morning roast tomorrow. I've got Oblivion.
If I'm okay.
Yeah, you'll be fine. We've got Oblivion. I think we should still, even if it's not actual alcohol, we should have shot glasses full of like tea or Coke or something.
Oh God, that means I have to get up
just to mess with Dan. Maybe not tomorrow, but like one of these days, just to mess with Dan. I think we should do it.
Just at the very beginning of the show.
Yeah, like you want the morning roast? We just shoot it.
I will text you in the morning if I wake up early enough to do this. That would be
so funny. I might actually just shoot something just for shits and giggles, but yeah. Anyway,
oh my God.
Tomorrow night, Oblivion. Fallout Friday. Saturday is Expedition 33. It says Path of Exile on my schedule. I'm changing it.
Okay. For me, tomorrow morning roasts. I have to figure out what time I'm going to get home from the Thunderbolts movie, and if I can make Split Fiction with Kara. So that will happen hopefully tomorrow. And Friday Night Tights.
Yeah.
Anything crazy. So yeah. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Staccato, for getting me drunk.
And Ian for your guys' all of your super chats, really. Oh my God.
Yeah. So many fun things. Thank you very much. I hope you guys all have a good night. Who should we send you guys to? Oh my gosh. I feel like, am I getting the Asian glow?
No. I mean, no. I don't really notice
No,
it.
I'm just
You're
getting
no more
slanty-eyed.
you're no more red than you were when we started this stream.
Okay, I'm gonna send you to Kara, my other wife, who's playing
What?
Expedition 33. Sorry, that took a while to say.
Exposition. Bon Natale, everybody. Bon Natale.
Make sure you give her a hi, a love from me, and I hope you guys all have a good night. Thank you so much, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everyone.